Okay, do you hear me, everyone? Just write in the chat if you can hear me, because I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Nice, do you hear me well? Is the sound levels okay? Okay, uh, let's start then. I'm sorry, this is one of my first live stream. I've done some live streams, but they were with very few people. Uh, Here I'm going to make, if you don't know, some recreation of a park from Spain. I live also in Spain. If you don't know it, if you watch my videos, you probably know it. But yeah, I live in Spain, and this is one of the theme parks in Spain, and is the Parque Warner that it's located in Madrid. And the recreation I'm going to make is the DC superheroes area. And yes, if you have wondering for because of the colors of the coaster, is basically a Superman coaster. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Thank you. You can actually ask questions in the chat, because if this stays interactive, it's going to be a little bit more fun. Just sorry, because maybe I'm not really good at making this stuff until I get the hang of it. So I'm sorry for a little bit of, if it's a little bit boring. I decided to actually start building before the things that I wanted to do the stream. So I started making some stuff already. And as you can see, I made the station. And if you see here, you see that it's basically two coasters. And that's because this is actually a recreation of I already made in Planet Coaster during the alpha days. Maybe you know it is one of my older videos. It's the DC Superhero World recreation, and actually maybe it will be nice to visit the old recreation to show you how it's going to look, and why did I want to make it from scratch again. So let me see. I need to look for DC Superhero World. I think this one works. Yeah, I think it's this one. Well, it's going to load a little bit, so I'm sorry. If you want to ask something in the chat, that will be very welcomed while we wait loading. Hello, Skank Hunt. I really enjoy South Park also, so I recognize the name. Okay, so here is the old version of the park I'm of the park of the area I'm making right now, and I'm going to show you stuff. So this is the old version. And okay, so this is one of the things I wanted to start from scratch, and it's because it's an Alpha 1 park. There's a bunch of stuff that changed, like the scenery type. For example, these walls were blue, but now they are like rock walls or something like that. Yeah, Rick and Morty is amazing. I love that show. I haven't seen the last season still. I just watched the first episode, so no spoilers, please. Hello, Ivan. How are you? And so yeah, things that change that I can't really change, because you can change the color of this part, as you can see, is the walls and stuff like that. And also you will have seen that, for example, I did some little trick that was possible only during Alpha 1 days, and that's that, let me show you. This is a piece of roof that is bent, that it's twisted in a way that you can't in the game right now. That's because in Alpha 1 there was a small bug that was amazing, where you could get the piece and any piece, even wall pieces, roof pieces. You could rotate the stuff. You could rotate the stuff 360 degrees, and it was amazing to create different degree roofs and stuff like that. But Frontier decided to take it away from the game. Thankfully, now we have enough pieces that is not really a big problem. It's still maybe a problem sometimes, but it's not that big. But yeah, and yeah, as you can see, I made Superman logo with not art shapes, because there were not art shapes at that time. But I made the Superman logo with some wooden pieces that were recolorable at that time. And yeah, there's some bugs also. For example, if you come here, some stuff has disappeared. Other stuff, like for example, there was a store here, but now there's a bug where there's no store, but there's like something in there, and it just collides with the other shop, and you can't place anything there. So that's a pity. So that's another thing why I decided to basically start from scratch. And let me I don't know, this for example got bigger in scale. It was smaller in the beginning, so it got bigger, and that's why it looks that really bad. This is in reality a top spin now, so I'm going to change also that. Also, this is the Batman coaster. For example, this car was already finished, but as you can see, pieces disappeared. Now we know how to make better cars, so the car is going to be made again, basically. The roof, the roof of this station also disappeared. So yeah, lots of stuff went buggy, and basically the park map is the small version, so you can't really put anything too big here. So I decided to start from scratch and say, thank you, Coaster Concept. Thank you, Danny. I have to thank you, basically, Coaster Concept, in the chat. He's actually an amazing guy. He invited me to a trip to PortAventura and Fair Island some months ago. He's amazing. So give me a huge clap for him, because he's an amazing guy. And he also has a page. If you're Spanish and you like theme parks, he has a YouTube channel with that's Coaster Concept. You can look for the channel, and he just talks about about theme parks in all the world, but the channel is in Spanish. So para todo el mundo que sea español, ya sabe que visiten Coaster Concept si les gustan los parques temáticos. I'm sorry for speaking a little bit Spanish there. That was for the Spanish people. Hi, Simulation Guru. So, okay, this was the last building actually I made, and that's why it's a little bit better done. And when I was looking, because what I wanted to do was fix this park, because a lot of people, hello, Esden Wolf. Also, Esden Wolf is an amazing Planet Coaster creator, so please visit his channel. He's amazing. And basically what I wanted to do for the 1,000 subscribers, even if we've passed that. Hello, Extraordinary. Actually, this is one of my first streams, so don't worry. Okay, Aaron, don't worry. So what I wanted to do here was actually fix the park and make something special for the 1,000 subscribers, even if we've passed the 1,000 subscriber stuff. Like months ago. I'm sorry. I make video games in real life. Well, an indie game in real life. So that's why I basically have a lot of time where I can make new episodes. Also, I've helped the lady designer. I did some collaboration with her, with the lady in Wonderland, where I created a lot of sculptures and figures for her dark ride, her Alice in Wonderland dark ride. I've also helped Tommy to make something that's secret actually. Hi Frida Bear, how are you? Again, Frida Bear is another amazing YouTube creator. He is making Calico, the Calico Park with Adfo TV. Adfo TV actually had an accident yesterday, and we send you a really big hug to him because hope he can recover soon. But Frida Bear and Adfo have an amazing YouTube channel, so visit them also. And yeah, what? So, okay, getting to the park, basically I wanted to start from scratch, and I said, hey, I'm going to use these blueprints, I'm going to make everything of these like blueprints, even though I think it's something like 50,000 pieces, something like that. And I'm going to start building from a new save, so I can start basically a park from scratch. What I found it, and I'm going to show you in the next, when I enter the new save, is that everything was wrong. Oh, I'm very well, thank you, Friedler. Here's the old station, the old Superman station, and I have to say the how do you say, the size is out of whack. Like everything is too big. And that's something I discovered with the new save, and you're going to see. So this is the inside of the station, and you're going to watch now how I made this station with the new version. And the good thing of everything is that I wanted to make it as realistic as possible as the real stuff. And I'm going to show you now how the coaster is basically wrong in size, probably. That has also changed, and we are going to jump to the new save. So bear with me a moment. Let me load the save. This one is going to be faster because it's not so big. And here is the new save. Sorry, I had to write in Discord. And here's the new save basically, and I will show how is the station inside now. And as you can see, it's changed a lot actually. It's basically I tried to make it as true as the real station as I could. That means not only the things I used, like the iron frameworks, for example, for the roofs, that are exactly, basically, really similar to the real ones. But also, I wanted to make the sizes real, and that's really hard with Planet Coaster. Like, people probably know the people that make stuff in Planet Coaster will really know that it's really hard to get things right, like for the right size. So you have to start using like the animatronics, basically, and start building from their sizes, or maybe get a guest, or just go to park management and just get, for example, someone from staff and put it in one of the roads, so you can see, and you can start playing with the sizes like that. So because we know, for example, that a piece of wall is 4 meters wide, and you need to have those 4 meters wide in mind to build everything. And you have to play a lot with sinking into stuff, the walls, so you can get the right sizes. And that I had to do that with the station. Actually, something that Free the Bear and Adfo TV made super good is using these pieces. This piece that is the, I can show you around. It's a window that basically, if you paint it, it's exactly the same tone as the stucco walls. And if you change a little bit the tone, you can get the color of other stuff basically in the park. Like for example, these walls are a little bit change of blue, but if you change a little bit, you can make it look like like the like the like the windows. And just for example, so if you see here, this is a real wooden wall that basically is a metal wall in the real building, but I wanted to have something similar, and because we don't have metal walls, basically, I made I did it with a wooden wall that emulates looking like metal, basically, or steel or something. And this one, it's actually not the wall. So what I did here was add some windows, as you can see, to create the base of the wall, and then I added, let me see, you can see here, this pole. This pole is amazing. Like, I discovered this some weeks ago, and it has been an amazing thing to use, because I not only made like the decorations of those walls, but I also made, for example, the metal roof here, and that emulates that typical steel roofs you see in some theme parks. And what we are basically what we are going to build now, it's continue building the station. And what I did basically during these weeks has been giving the base of the walls and stuff. I only have the lift hill of the coaster, as you can see. So only the lift hill has been built. I have the old coaster as a blueprint because I wanted to try to see if it was similar to the old one. And when I start building it again, to see where, because this actually took a lot of time to build in the original park, so to try to get the same basically type of track, the same size and things like that, I just wanted to have it there. And because of the no collision detection, it's really easy to just have it there. I will erase it at the end. So, hello Aaron. Oh, thanks Frida Bear. Yeah, I really like that pole. The only thing bad with that pole, and that happens with a lot of stuff in the game, is that it's super long. I think it's 4 meters long. I would love to have 1 meter version because to get to this detail, for example, I could have made these roofs the same, but the pole is too long. If we had 1 meter pole, I could make this. Also, guys, I would love if you, because I talk a lot, and I'm basically talking non-stop of probably boring things, and if you ask questions in the chat and stuff, I would love to answer them and just make a little bit the stream a little bit more fun for everybody. So yeah, this is the track, and something hard was that Superman. There's very little info about the. Yeah, well, yeah, secret project. It was not really secret because I think I showed stuff in Discord, but yeah, basically I didn't want to show. I didn't record any time lapse of this building because actually that building took like nearly 2 weeks. It was really hard to get the sizes right. Like the beginning was super hard to start. I actually had to get, if you can see from above, it's not the same degrees, it's not the same angle, and I had to look to some in Bing Maps, and one thing that it's called open source map. You can see exactly the degrees of buildings in the street, and that's what I'm using to build this park now. So I knew this entrance was going to be straight. So using that, what I made was make this building the angle I wanted, and that was really hard because it's not a 50-degree angle, and the game works with the 50 degrees angle. So I had to make my own ruler, my own compass. My own basically protractor, and make the angle I really wanted, and that's how I got the Hi Sonic, how are you? Make the angle as true as the real stuff as possible, because that's basically the thing of this project is to push Planet Coaster, the boundaries of Planet Coaster, and see how realistic I can do something, like how real a recreation can be from its real counterpart. And if it works, it will be great, and if not, it will take a lot of time, and I will be sad. But I'm glad you're okay, Sonic. So yeah, guys, ask questions and stuff. Yeah, so what I was talking about the coaster was I actually had sent some info, some questions to the real park, to Parker Warner, to its tweet account. By the way, the PC is running in a lag. Not right now. I have to say I usually play when building. I usually play without guests, and I play 720p window mode. So that's why I can maintain between 30 FPS and 60 FPS. I have a theme park, Nintendo Land, for example, has like 300,000 pieces approximately, or something like that, and that still works above 30 FPS. But because I'm basically building at 720p instead of 1080p, that is my big screen, and now I'm just playing 720p, so I only take screenshots. Like when I take screenshots, I use 1080p or 4K to take screenshots. For anything else, I'm from Spain, from Valencia in Spain. A city in Spain is the third biggest city, and I really like it here actually. One of my theme parks, of my Lake Towers Park project, actually has some buildings from my city. There's some time lapses if you want to look in my channel. So yeah, the problem with Superman is that there's no info in the internet. It's really bad. Like, I think there's even fake info. Yeah, in the official webpage of Parker Warner, there's fake info about the coaster. They say that it goes up 50 meters, but that's a lie. And I was asking how much. I wanted to ask basically how much did this loop was the size of this loop, and they told me it was 50 meters, and I told them that can't be possible. Why? How can it be 50 meters? You have the world record of vertical loop, and they told me that that's what they thought it was. This is by an official channel, by the way, and that the height of the coaster was also 55 meters, and that's also a lie. So I tell them they were liars, and only when I told them they were liars, they actually told they got really defensive and told me, "Oh well, we were not lying at you. We just were seeing approximately measurements." So, but and they say they were going to look for official documents about the real size of the coaster. So I waited, and 3 days after 3 days, they actually give me the size of the loop and the real size of the Immelman here, and the size of the drop. The size of the drop is 47 meters, so not 50. The size of the vertical loop is 37 meters, so not 50, and the Immelman is 34 meters. So now I have the real sizes, and I can work from there and make a realistic, basically a realistic version of Superman. And okay, so let's start building. And as I say, please ask questions in the chat, because if not, this is going to be really boring what I build, because I get into super detail. I look at, I'm like, when I build this theme park, I actually go into, I have a lot of screen, like of photos in one of the folders to see how the stuff is, and you will see me make this a lot of actually trying to get offset. So if you see, there's theta targeting. That's basically when they fight, the textures fight to see which one is in top of which one, and you resolve this by just pushing a little bit, and as you can see, it looks like it's still in the same like as tall as the other roof, but it's not theta targeting anymore. No, just ask Aaron, please. Don't be afraid. I hope it's nothing too serious. You scared me a little bit there. So what I do a lot is, instead of getting using the grid, thank you, Goso Concept. So instead of building all with the grid, I basically do a lot of offset from the grid and stuff like that. And that's why it takes me a lot to build. Because when you build from the grid, it's really easy. But once you start going offsets and stuff like that, and changing grid sides and things, it starts getting a little bit harder. No, actually no, I'm not a furry. If that's a question. It's true that maybe I made her a little bit sexy, probably, but that's because that's a little bit like, for example, when they make Overwatch characters, that they usually make them a little bit sexy. And when I design characters, I tend to go that way, but no, I'm not for it. I just thought that it was a good idea. One of the things I made Foxy was because for the contest, and why I wanted to win. So, like, the ideas for it to win and stuff like that was making her. Oh, again. I'm sorry. So what I did was make her a mascot, a girl, because there were no female mascots at that time. When I made Foxy, there were no female mascots, so no Princess Amelie, no Sheriff, not anything like that. So basically my idea was to make, I actually think I got this wall wrong. So basically my idea was, oh, I hate that sizes don't get recorded. Basically my idea was making a female character, and because mascots in Planet Coast and in theme parks, basically. Hola Fabio, hello, how are you? Basically because theme parks get like furry mascots, basically like Mickey Mouse and the squirrels from Disney, and like Chip and Dale and stuff like that. And I I think Fox are really, because they wanted something to make a coffee shop, like something modern, and I thought Foxes work really well with modern stuff. There's Rule 34 of... Yeah, I've seen it. Don't worry, Aaron. I've seen Rule 34 from Foxy. Oh my god. That's what happens. Actually, I'm a little bit flattered, even if it's a little bit strange, because you having your designs have Rule 34 means that your designs are cool. That people actually like your designs. If you get sexy images of your drawings, that's because you are doing something right. It's a little bit strange because it's like my creation, like it's a little bit like your daughter or something like that. But yeah, I'm a little bit proud. I wouldn't say proud is the real word, but yeah. But yeah, if you want to ask more questions. Also, you see, I'm not moving in the map. That's because I'm looking at the real map to create this stuff. And as you can see, I made some that I think they are wrong. Because basically what I do here was I made it too big because this has to finish this place. This is basically the problem. Okay, I'm going to touch a little bit this. Actually, Aaron, that was a really good question, because that made a little bit more fun, I think, the stream. What I'm going to do here is try to make this stuff a little bit smaller. Work around. No, it's not. Well, like for example, I don't want this channel to have like, because I know maybe some kids watch the channel and stuff like that. Like maybe I say some swear word, like maybe I swear a little bit or something, but it's not because I like to. It's just I don't notice maybe. But apart from that, I thought it was a really good question and made the chat a little bit interesting. So it was a good question, Aaron. So thanks, actually. No, I don't. I'm sure, actually, Aaron. I'm sure the kids will have already looked. Maybe not Foxy, if they are not furries, of course, but kids. I'm sure kids. For example, my small cousins, and he's like 15-year-old. he has already seen lots of Rule 34 of his favorite anime characters and stuff like that. Like kids are no, I don't know, strange to porn basically. Well, the Super Nintendo World stuff, I had to stop working on it this week. Actually, as you know, it should have been up already, the new episode, but because I had to work with Tommy on a collaboration and with the lady designer. Hi Snow, how are you? Please, everyone, you can ask questions like Aaron. As you can see, it's making the chat a little, the stream a little bit more interesting with his questions. So be free to ask me anything, like for example, anything more about Foxy or anything more of what I'm making. So yeah, Aaron, I should have done the new episode of Super Nintendo World, but I couldn't because I was making other stuff. I'm also making a game, an indie game, like in real life, with some other people. You probably, if you've seen if you have my Twitter account, you probably have seen it. We are making a RPG about sitcoms. It's a really crazy idea, but I hope it works. And you can see stuff we're posting every Saturday in Screenshot Saturday. and we have a lot of work to do still, but I hope we can show more stuff soon. The game is called Sitcom Valley. Sitcom Valley, if you want to look for it, and it's based on 90s American sitcoms like Seinfeld and things like that. So if you like Seinfeld and stuff, you will probably like the game. Oh, I hate this when this happens. Ugh. You're looking at it? If you're watching the Sitcom Valley Twitter right now, I'm glad you think it's interesting. All the pixel art is done by a friend of mine called John Roru, or Xpin in Twitter, and he makes amazing pixel art. And the character design, it's from a friend of mine called Laura, that she also has a Twitter account with Lauren Eyevle or something like that. I think it's her Twitter account. Oh, hello. Hello, Kangaroo. How are you? I'm from Spain, actually, Kangaroo. Well, nice to meet you, people from France. My favorite theme park is probably Disneyland in California. I'm a really big fan of the idea of Disneyland and the Imagineers and stuff. I have like 6 or 7 books by Imagineers. I actually was already a big fan of the theme park of Disneyland itself. Even before visiting the park, I knew a lot of stuff thanks to all the books I bought. And it's a theme park I really love. I actually which was the year? It was 2010, I think. Yeah, I think I went there at 2000, in 2010. I was there, and I have to say I cried, like a lot. I don't usually cry at this stuff. Oh, don't worry. I hope you understand when I'm talking in English. I don't know French, so like I know how to say negative and positive phrases. Like je ne sais pas is how you construct negative phrases, but I don't really know what. Like je ne sais pas pas français, for example, is I don't know French. But more than that, I don't I don't really know. I'm sorry. Okay, this goes here. Oh wow, where do you live, Aaron? Yeah, no, it's probably going to be amazing. I don't know if it's going to be for 2020 in Orlando, actually. Maybe 2021. But yeah, Universal in Tokyo, oh, in the UK. Are you going to the Japanese one in 2020 with Olympics and everything? Because that will be an amazing trip, actually. So yeah, I'm going to move. Wow, what? That's an amazing trip. That's I'm really envious of you. Wow, Ah, you already went to Japan. Wow, wow. I really want to go there, even if it's only once in my life. That's I would actually. I'm probably like arcades, but I wouldn't like food there. Like I hate fish. I hate eating fish. It's one of my food I don't like. I actually ate some sushi some time ago, and I didn't hate it that much. But yeah, it's not my favorite food. But of course, if there's some meat or some stuff there that isn't fish, I probably want to taste it. Of course. This is out. Going to move this one. I really hope you have a great time. That's like in 2000. We are still in 2017. 2020 is it's still a long way. But I hope you're going to have a great visit to Nintendo. I think it's going to be amazing, even if it's only Mario stuff. And Donkey Kong, there's also like the Donkey Kong coaster. But yeah, that's probably because they think Mario and Donkey Kong share the same universe. That yeah, it's probably technically right because of Mario Kart, and that's basically the surprise they're hiding. I don't know why. If you see the concept art, they're like hiding with Mario and Luigi. There's like big artworks of Mario and Luigi, and they're hiding the Donkey Kong stuff. I don't understand why, because it's going to be a coaster. It's going to be a new type of coaster with a track, with a fake track going below the real. Like there's a fake track, and there's a track below that. That is the real track. So it looks like you are jumping, and that's going to be amazing. But they should show that part in. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's an amazing idea actually. Like that's a great idea for a coaster. But that's the thing. I would love if they made the theme park the area a little bit bigger, or maybe they made their own theme park, and that's why I want that in Orlando. They build the third gate with Nintendo and how it's called Blizzard. Sorry, Blizzard stuff. There's a rumor with that Universal wants to make a third gate based on video games, and in that gate they're going to have like the rest of the Nintendo stuff, like Zelda and Kirby and all that stuff. Please back. And that's the one I'm excited to. Even if maybe it's not real, I really hope it's real. And even then, I'm not I'm not a big fan of Blizzard except for Overwatch. I really like Overwatch. I'm usually also not a fan of shooters, but I really like Splatoon and Overwatch because of the character designs and because the gameplay is not as hard as other competitive shooters. So Aaron, do you play Pride Coasters also? This is not finished. So you have Planet Coaster. No, but don't be afraid. Actually, the good thing about Planet Coaster, I always tell that people don't need to be afraid of showing their stuff. I know it's maybe difficult to make the more realistic stuff, but the community has to like this community. The good thing about this community is that it's really welcoming. So if you show your stuff, even if you think it's bad, you can get super amazing tips from people that make realistic buildings and super complicated stuff, because those guys, for example, Silver Red, it's considered an amazing creator of Planet Coaster, even to the part of people going crazy when he appears on chats and stuff like that. And because it's like a little bit like he's a celebrity, and some people maybe think he's a little bit like afar from the community, like he's not going to answer any questions you make to him and things like that. But that's not really true, because he's an amazing guy. He's super cool. He will help you if you have any questions. He will help you. So yeah, anyone in the community, like Adfo or Free the Bear or me or the lady designer or Masked Bandit, for example, or N7, just ask them and they will help you a lot with your parks. And that's the super amazing thing about this community, that it's really, really, really helpful. And I've been really welcome to it. I was, for example, I thought the same thing about Silverhead, that he was super big but I've talked with him through Discord, and he's super cool, and I'm super happy to have been talking with him. Well, thank you, Anders. Thank you for liking my fence. I actually thought I was being clever because I made this yesterday, and I thought I was being clever with the cable stuff, because I said, wow, with the poles and the cables I can make it look like a real like those real fences you see at some theme parks and in other places, like you can see these type of fences in cities and stuff. And what happened was that when I started building, I saw a problem, because this cable is 4 meters long. I couldn't get every stripe of the wall done, and my clever idea was not so clever then. I was like, I said, damn, I don't really give a damn. I'm just going to leave it like this, and that's why I basically leave those parts like they are. If you have any other questions. Oh, thank you. Okay, let me see. I need to turn a little bit this, I think. See. In reality, this type of fence, was only in the coaster like for the first years, for the first probably 5 years, and I really liked it, even if it's just a net fencing, a metal net fencing, because you could see it was made actually for when you come through the queue, because there's a building here. There's going to be a building in this part, and you come walking through one door here, and you walk through the queue, and you could see the coaster going down this part, And it was amazing to see actually. Like it was super fun. Because you could see the coaster through here when you were waiting for the queue. Oh, thank you, Anders. That's very sweet of you. I didn't want to. I know Silver Red and Rudy, but I didn't want to because they are really busy in doing stuff. So I don't usually put them on my Twitter like announcements. I just used Bo because she said actually she was going to retweet me with the Planet Coaster account because she's really nice. I actually know Bo also from real life because when I won the contest for Frontier, I was invited to the office to the Frontier headquarters. It was a super nice trip. They were amazing there. I saw Sandini and Bo and Ed and James Taylor. Everyone there. Everyone was there. Nick, Roger, and everybody. And they're amazing people. Yeah. I think that's one of the amazing things of Planet Coaster, that the community is super welcome. If you haven't, people here in the chat, if you haven't visited Shy Guy World, I really recommend you visiting it because that's where the community really is super great. They are not just really welcome, but they make super nice stuff that make me jealous. And even Silver Red, because I've heard him say like, "Wow, this is really well done." So yeah, as you can see, there's amazing people at Shy World forums that make amazing stuff. Even Silver Red is amazed of. So yeah, I think it finishes because what the coaster does here is basically finish the fence, and there's like the, I don't know how to continue this actually. I'm going to continue with the path. Oh. It's going. No. I need angle snap off. Yeah, like they're amazing guys. And for example, the schematics video, the schematics team video, that's also incredible because you learn a lot of stuff. Like it's not only useful for Frontier to get things right in the future. Let me see if it works now. No. Look, if you can see, it's getting inside. It's really hard working with how to snap off. Oh, ask please. Alright. Biggest issue with the game, the pieces. Okay. There's a lot of pieces that are missing, that are really needed. 1 meter walls, 1 meter everything. Everything should be recolorable. I don't really give a damn if it's not realistic. I want everything recolorable. Wooden coasters should be recolorable. Frontier. Okay, this is not cool. What? This is not cool. Really? I can't really. Okay, let me see if this works. No, it doesn't. It starts. This is. I hate this. I hate this. Okay, because I think this is just the real angle. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Ah, okay. Oh, really? Come on. Oh yeah, no, yeah, actually, okay. Breath of the Wild is amazing. Like Raycose also, because I have 1000 hours with it. I have my nitpicks also. There's stuff in the game I don't like. There's a lot of stuff in the game I don't like. I think Breath of the Wild has less mistakes for the game. And yeah, the pieces they're really big, but for example, knowing programming, I know some programming stuff thanks to be. I'm not a programmer, but I've worked with programmers, and it's really hard. And and resizing stuff, I know it's impossible. And here's the thing, because of textures. So for example, these walls, these stucco walls, or I don't know, this wood. This wooden beam or this fence or anything like that, you can't have a scale option in it. As much as I want it, I really would love it, but you really can't have a scaling option. And the thing is, I don't mind, but I really want like nearly every piece, like the wooden beams, for example, we have 1 meter wooden beam, 2 meters, 4 meters, that's amazing. Please give us this pole, 1 meter, 2 meters, 4 meters. This cable, 1 meter, 2 meters, 4 meters. The walls, not only 4 meters wide, please make them 1 meter, 2 meters also, please, please. Is it really that hard? That's not that hard. I know the texture, there's like, the textures are made in a, for example, if the brick was 1 meter wide, if you wanted to join them, start joining them with the grid, they will look bad. But there's tricks to make that be work, like making an offset and things like that. I don't know. That's a problem. Uh, the grid, maybe, and but the art shapes. Okay, so talking about art shapes. Art shapes should have a scale option because art shapes don't have a texture. Well, they have a texture, but it's just a color. And they really should have a scale option. Because I really understand Frontier not making, okay, here. Like, I really understand Frontier not making a size smaller than this. I really want a size smaller than this. But they are not going to make it. Please let me at least, I know it's impossible for other pieces in the game, but the art shapes, please Frontier, please make them scalable. It will be amazing. I could make anything I wanted. That will be as cool as having no collision detection. No collision detection has made everything amazing. Like super amazing. But we need to be even more. A little bit more. Hello David, and yes, hola David, sí es Superman de Parque Warner. I'm sorry for talking in Spanish a little bit, just bear with me. David es una recreación de Superman. Voy a hacer todo Parque Warner. Oh, goodbye Anders. Good night, man. Have a good day. Y como verás, la estación es exactamente igual. He intentado hacer las medidas exactas, que está siendo súper difícil, pero sí. Y voy a intentar hacer toda la área de DC. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to continue in English. So, of length swinging coaster. Yeah, there's so many problems in Black Coaster. Okay, a problem that I don't usually build coasters, but the friction of some coasters is right, and the friction of some coasters is completely wrong. The wooden coaster, I've been testing. I'm trying to as you can know, there's a contest in Frontier now. Right now, it's the commercial break, where you make a commercial for a park. And I want to feature a wooden coaster in it, okay? And the friction is so bad. Like, things like Stampede in Portaventura, they go 74 kilometers per hour. And the whole circuit in Planet Coaster is impossible to make. It's impossible to make a recreation in Planet Coaster of it. And that's my case. That's one of my super nitpicks. I hate this, and it should be like one of the game design in a game design document somewhere in Frontier. There should be a, if you can't make a recreation of this coaster with the coaster that we're given, like for example the wooden coaster with the Stampede, if the train doesn't go through all the track, we have done something wrong with the friction, and we need to fix it. If they don't want to fix it, because they think the friction is okay, and it's right in some coasters. For example, the steel coasters are actually right. If just get like a bar, like you go inside the coaster, for example. Okay, so you go inside the coaster, and you go to operations, okay, and here there's a bar. Just make a bar here, and says friction, and you can change like individual and forever. Not a cheat, not some like the cheats are stupid because they don't save. They just change the frictions for every coaster in your park. They're horrible as cheats, and they're even horrible as something you can play with. And just put a bar here that puts friction. 30% friction, 50% friction, 10% friction, 5% friction, 100% friction, etc., etc. So you start with 50% friction. 50% friction is the normal thing for that coaster, and you lower it or put more to it, and that's it. That's it. That's the fix for the coasters. Everyone will be happy, and we know they can change the friction. There's a cheat. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit angry, but it's because I was just making the wooden coaster for the commercial, and I was getting super angry with the it stopped so fast. Another wrong thing. This is the right size of the station, like the realistic size of the station from Superman. This is real. It's measured. I've measured it thanks to one of the maps I have. But and you can see the space. There's so many unused space here, and it doesn't let me add more cars. Just see, only 7 cars, and Superman has 8 cars. Why, Frontier? I could fit 10 cars here. Why? That's things that I don't understand. This should let me put 8, 9, 10 cars, but it doesn't. It only lets me 7. I decided to go for the realism of the station measure instead of the car measure at the end. But I really hate it. I'm sorry, getting so angry, but it's things like details like this that I don't understand. But oh well. At least I know it finishes the whole circuit. At least I know the friction works for Superman. It finishes the whole circuit. It has the same times. It goes a little bit like. It looks it goes a little bit faster than the real one. The drop is the same, but it gets like 107 kilometers instead of 99 kilometers per hour. I don't mind that. It's like 7 kilometers per hour more. I don't really mind that change, but the friction, please. Yeah, I really hope it's getting work, Aaron. anyone has more, because it seems we are only Aaron and me in the chat nitpicking about the game. If anyone wants to nitpick with us, just say what you really hate of Planet Coaster. And this has just turned into a I hate Planet Coaster. No, I really love this game. If I didn't love this game, I wouldn't have 1,000 hours with this. But there's things. Yeah, it's Superman, Maxine. And welcome to the chat. About Breath of the Wild, Aaron. I'm still playing the game. I had to beat twice because I had to change the switch. It had a small scratch. I had to change my switch, and I had to start from the beginning. Hola, hola.